What up, y'all? It's Ro back with another video.
In this previous episode, we completed the transformation of a single vanity to a double vanity.
In today's video, we are going to create an outlet, a GFCI outlet, right here, right for this toilet bidet situation.
Also, we're going to add an accent wall by installing and painting shiplap. But first, let's get into this electrical.
This is the outlet that we're going to be doing. It's called the old work, so it can just go directly into the drywall, not on the studs. And we're going to transfer it and try to get some wiring connected to an outlet over here. So we're just going to jump from this outlet to this one, and so we can get some power right here so we can have a bidet. So if you guys are interested, stay tuned and let's get into the video.
So guys, I've never done really electrical before, but I've watched a couple of my friends and electricians do electrical, and it just seemed not as difficult as I thought it would be. They explained it to me about hot and neutral and ground wiring, and I was like, oh, it's really that simple? So I did my research about it. I watched a bunch of YouTube videos how to put up GFCIs, and now I'm doing my own video. Alright guys, before I get started, I'm making sure that I have all my tools ready and set. What I'm doing is marking out the drywall area where I need to fish the wire through. And the tool that I'm using to cut out the drywall is a oscillating tool. So you can also use a drywall tool, a drywall knife or a box cutting knife. It works the same way, but the oscillating tool obviously is faster, it's powered, and it's electrical. You know, it's all that good stuff. But you could definitely use just like your box cutter tool and just keep doing what you need to do. And once you cut out the drywall, now it's time to figure out how are we going to fish this wire through these different studs and to get over to the new outlet location. I have access in my bedroom, so I'm able to create a hole and be able to fish it through because it has to do like a 90-degree turn in order to get into the new space for the new outlet. And what I'm doing is cutting out the new outlet space for the old work box. So the old work box is just a box for the electrical to be set in so you can put your outlet and all your electrical stuff that you need to put inside of that box, so it's not going to be exposed to the insulation or the studs or anything like that. It's just all contained inside of there. I was able to get all the wiring fished through. I used the drill. Obviously you guys kind of saw I used a 1-inch drill bit to be able to fish all the wiring through, and I'm really proud of myself, not gonna lie. I'm proud that I'm actually able to put this electrical in. I just overcame my fear of electrical work, and I thought it was a little bit more complicated than it was, but it's really not. It's actually not as complicated. So as you see, I am cutting off the yellow part of the electrical, which is like the casing for your hot, neutral, and ground wire. So your hot wire is the black wire, your neutral wire is the white wire, and your ground wire is the copper wire. What I'm doing first is attaching the ground wire to the green screw on my outlet. Then I'm snipping off the outer casing of the black wire and the white wire to connect to the GFCI outlet properly. To go a little bit further in detail, the black or hot wire goes to the golden side of the screw of the GFCI outlet, and the white neutral wire goes to the silver side of the GFCI outlet. Before you get started with any electrical work, make sure the power is off. Not just the light switch is off, but it's off at the breaker box. So we have to have a power source. So this outlet already has power. So I want to pigtail or jump off of that power into powering my bidet outlet. We're doing the same process as snipping the black wire and the white wires and making sure that we have enough so we can pigtail off and connect to this outlet. So you want to make sure that you're connecting the black wires with the black wires, the white wires with the white wires, and the copper wires with the copper wires. The way I'm connecting these wires is by using a wire connector. The wire connector allows you to segregate the blacks with the, to separate the blacks with the blacks and the whites with the whites and the coppers with the coppers. All right, that was a terrible joke, but seriously, that's what you're doing. It is crazy. It's crazy that's how that's true when you're doing this electrical. So the power's back on, so let's go check the other side. All right. I see that there's supposed to be a green light here, so let's see. Oh, okay. I think we're all good. All good. Got the green light to go, and all the wiring is done. This is how you put in a GFCI outlet for a bidet. So let's get it. So the color that my wife decided to use of all these greens, which they look very similar, is Dry Time by Sherman Williams. Having this color in the bathroom will really give it a homey feel. Thanks, babe, for picking out this color. Now it's time to start painting and installing this accent wall. The wall is up. Yes. The shiplap wall is up. I put the cover on and the other little piece there. I wanted to show you guys this. But look at that gap. Y'all see that gap? I can put my finger in it. It goes all the way up and all the way down. I wanted to show you guys. I'm going to be putting some mud inside those gaps, and then smooth it down, make it the same level as the shiplap, and then paint it and color it and paint it the same color, and you won't even notice. I was trying to decide if I'm actually going to show you guys this or just do it anyway and then just, you know, show you guys. I don't know. I think I just want to show you guys kind of, you know, when things doesn't go your way, you can improvise. And I think my improvisation, yes, improvisation of putting some drywall mud in here in between these gaps and then smoothing it out, sanding it down, and then paint it, and then make it look like the same shiplap situation that's going on right here. And let's just do it. Let's just see how it goes. Guys, this is what it looks like with the mud on. Yeah, we're just gonna see how this whole situation goes. Yeah, see if it's smooth. Yep. So I was just kind of pushing everything inside, and then I just, you know, went down to smooth it out, get as best as I can, and get ready for sanding next go around, and then just do the process again, which is adding some more mud, just a little thin bit of mud, and then sanding it one more time, and then, you know, going about painting it. So yeah guys, this is what it looks like so far, and let's continue on. We are ready to start the process of finishing this accent wall situation. I did a second coat of sanding right here, so this is ready to get primed and painted. So we got some primer, and then we got our actual color paint. We're gonna caulk this area first actually, and yeah, we're just gonna go from there. So like I said, we're gonna caulk it first, use the caulk with the caulk gun, caulk the seams, then we're gonna prime the specific area for this, bam bam, then we're gonna paint the green and go from there. So let's get into it. Alright guys, here's the finished results of the accent wall. Yes, yes. The side looks really, really nice. Even up close, you don't even see anything. It just blends right in together. Yeah guys, so this is what it looks like. Pretty much there. Now we gotta get the bidet situation, get that whole situated. Then we're gonna do some shelves, like 1,
I think two shelves. Yeah, like 2 different shelves or something. So yeah, guys, that's what we got going on, and yeah.
Thank you all for watching this video. Make sure you like and subscribe, hit that notification bell, and comment in the comment section. And until next time, I will see you in the next video.